With the new year comes a fresh set of new laws, and there's more to be aware of when it comes to your insurance coverage, especially amid the ice and snow we've seen so far this season. 2 News anchor Russ McCaskey sits down with State Insurance Commissioner John Doak for an update in tonight's To the Point.
And we're joined by State Insurance Commissioner John Doak. Thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely. Great to be back, Russ. Thanks for having me.
A lot of things are going on with the insurance world. First and foremost, I guess a new law has gone on the books January 1, and that gives police officers a new way to handle people who are driving who don't have insurance.
Absolutely. This is a new tool for law enforcement at their discretion. They've always had the ability over the last couple of years to tow vehicles who do not have insurance on their car. This is a new law which allows them to take the plate off the car. And the great aspect about this is it's not at taxpayers' expense. The uninsured driver is going to be responsible for the daily charge of insurance up until 10 days. And that gives them time to maybe go get insurance, pick up their license, pay their fines and fees like they always have. But again, this gives law enforcement another tool to say, all right, your tag's coming off, and there's going to be, that's something that's going to be watched very, very carefully. But again, it's reduced the uninsured motorist population in other states. Again, it's just another tool for law enforcement.
Right.
Your car doesn't have to be towed. Take the tag off. But again, it's not at taxpayers' expense. The uninsured driver is going to pay for that coverage.
Right, and it's been a complaint by the people who have insurance. They're like, well, there's so many people who don't have it.
Absolutely. We have almost 600,000 Oklahomans on the road. 1 in 4 cars coming at you do not have insurance on it. Been in every county of Oklahoma, and this is one of the biggest issues that I hear around the state.
It is a big issue. All right, let's talk a little bit about what happens with ice storms and snowstorms and some of these kinds of things, because we've already had some, and we're probably going to have more snowstorms as time goes on. If a tree falls, there's a lot of questions about who's responsible and so forth. Can you kind of explain that for us?
Right. Well, this is a good reason to do an annual review of your homeowner's policy to kind of understand the specific language related to ice and weight of snow. But when a tree falls, this is a very misunderstood part of a homeowner's policy. It's typical the homeowners whose tree that it was the property which was fell on, it's their responsibility to claim it underneath their homeowner's policy. Unless there's been some negligence, the neighbors have been complaining about the trees, not proper trimming on them through risk management. And then the other issue is if a tree falls on a car that may be in a driveway, then that would be covered underneath the comprehensive part of your automobile policy. And then another misunderstood part of the homeowner's policy is there's typically removal charges for the trees, which can range from $500 to $1,000 per tree, depending upon your policy language. Each policy language may be different and unique. That's why the homeowners really need to check with their insurance agent. Licensed insurance agent or professional would be happy to explain this to them, but it's something that in our area, Northeast Oklahoma, across the state of Oklahoma, that we really have to watch out for at this time of year.
Yeah, so if your tree falls on my car, and we had no indication that there was any problem with that tree before, my insurance has to, and comprehensive. If I just have liability, I'm not going to be covered.
That would be correct, unless there's some type of negligence there for some reason. But again, your car could be parked somewhere else, not on your property. It could be at another location. And that's where that comprehensive part is, where that comes into falling objects onto a vehicle.
All right, very interesting. So again, check out your insurance policy, know what you're covered for. Now you have a big conference you put on every year. This is coming up again in February.
Absolutely, this is our 3rd conference. Something we're very proud of. When I took office, we talked about getting this process started. It's the National Tornado Summit. Our 3rd conference is coming up February 10th and 11th in Oklahoma City at the Cox Communication Center. We'll have close to 1,000 folks really from around the world and around the country coming in to talk about tornadoes. We partner with the University of Oklahoma, the National Weather Service. There's tours down there, but this year, coming on the heels of more, we've learned some really good things at this conference over the last couple of years, and we're going to continue to learn. We'll have partnership with the claims folks from around the country, different insurance companies, consumer inputs, and some of the national leaders in mitigation and really being prepared for this weather event that we're so common in Oklahoma. But really, these tornadoes start, as we know, the panhandle of Texas and sometimes end up in the Carolina coast. But it's something that we've been very proud about, and we have over 100,000 Oklahomans that we've been helping this year with the tornado claims. So we're still in the process of that, but these things help us to be better prepared.
All right, again, that's coming up in early February. Thanks for everything you do. Good luck in 2014.
Thank you, sir.